Alrighty, what's going on YouTube? We're back with another episode of our how to make an advanced FPS game in Unreal Engine 4. Now today, I personally, on my side, I don't think I've shown much of it. Maybe you guys have seen it, but I've been running into a lot of bugs. So I fixed some stuff, and we're going to go over live, or not necessarily live, but at least on stream, per se. In the video, how to fix some of it while I'm doing it, and then some of it has already been done. So number one, shooting stopped working. So did the attaching of the gun, and just the whole bunch of crap with just the gun spawning in the first place. Everything. So here's what I've had to do. What we had here, I deleted, and then I went over back to the original my character, got this section right here, copied it, pasted it here, make sure that your equipped weapon is set to base weapon as a reference, and that the class is going to be our just normal assault rifle. Now, this is going to stay fine. Make it always spawn, ignore collisions. The mesh, we'll just drag out here and get that. Now we're going to drag from here, attach actor to component. Now I dragged actor to this pin and to that pin. Or target to this pin and to that pin. Or you can drag this pin to target and this pin to target. It works the same way. The parent, of course, will be our mesh. Socket name stays the same, right hand socket, and we want to snap to target including scale. Last thing that we're gonna have to do here will be, well, this is unnecessary, but just to test, drag event begin play onto our switch begin authority, which has which authority goes to spawn actor. Create another custom event and name it attach assault rifle, or whatever you want that you would know what it is. Connect both of those to here, and then we're going to go to our base weapon, and there would have been a capsule, a weapon, right, this would have been right here. There would have been under our weapon a capsule and a camera. Delete all three, and then this will pop up. You'll want to go to add component and create a new skeletal mesh. From there, you'll want to go to our skeletal mesh, make this whatever your weapon mesh may be. As of now, I'm using the M4 rifle, not the M4 pistol thing. And then you'll compile and you'll get all these errors. Click target, it will say target on all of these, and it will direct you straight to the node that has a missing target. Drag weapon to the target, and it will automatically connect for you, as you can see here. Compile that, we'll be good to go. If you still want the weapon pickup, go over here, make sure it's visually here, nothing will be here. Then we'll add a capsule collision, name it pickup, rotate it 90 degrees on our X, expand that just a little bit, and transform it this way. Now we're good. We don't need anything else from here, so we'll be fine. Oh, we might actually want that back. On our assault pickup, you'll on our assault rifle pickup, you'll want to delete everything except for the one or the two things that we've always had: our on component begin overlap and our cast bro dude. Make sure that this is set to overlap all dynamic. ECB can be whatever you want, but I'll just have it no, because it just makes for less lag and whatnot. Anyways, back to here, we're going to want to call our function that our event that we created earlier. So we will attach assault rifle, or whatever you called it, and then if there is oh, that will not be there because we haven't applied it, but that's fine. Then we'll just destroy the actor. Of course, keep self, because that'll just destroy it all. Then we're good. We'll just hop into our game, press play, and then we will have our rifle just like we had. And the one bug that I have not sorted out is our crosshair and our HUD. When we interpolate, it does not interpolate with us. It's affecting our FOV, but it doesn't follow with us. So we'll have to change that. And of course, I'll make that a bit more accurate. I'll have to figure out some stuff for that later. But I wanted to cover a little bit more of what I consider to be a bug. Now, in every game, you don't just have one movement speed for everything. Your crouch speed doesn't stay the same, your sprint speed and walk speed aren't always the same. Everything has a different speed. Even if you don't have a sprint speed, your crouch speed is still slower than your walk speed. Or even if you don't have a, normal sprint, or if you have a sprinting while you're crouched, that isn't faster than your sprint, but it also isn't faster than your walk, but it is faster than your crouch. So how do we set all this up? Well, we'll hop into our bro dude, and then we'll go to where we have crouching set up. Now, of course, here we already have C pressed, but we need to say that it is crouching. So really, we don't want to do everything on here, but we could. But most likely, the easiest way to do any of this would, in my opinion, would be to tick it all. So I would personally like to just be able to create one function that we tick called movement speeds, and then just simply tick this one function constantly. So we'll head over, grab our event graph that we accidentally quit out of, then we'll drag off a tick from our sequence and call movement speeds. Now, over on movement speeds, we'll want to get a sequence, add about 4 pins, or 2 pins, maybe 1, depending on how many you're doing, and then we'll get branches for all of those. Put some distance between them so that way they're clearly separated between the comments, because we will be commenting all of these. So that way we can stay nice and organized. Whoa, those dupes. Them dupes though. So you'll drag each one, and I may not be using all of these, but I believe I will. We'll see. So, we'll want to add one extra little thing that we have not actually done yet. That's sprinting. So we'll go somewhere where we've got a nice blank spot, and we'll type shift. And you can do for both left and right shift, but honestly, it's whatever you personally want. I feel like the most common button for sprint would be left shift, or if you're a Minecrafter, control, left control, by default binding. On that, we will promote to the we'll make another variable called is sprinting. Make it a bool and set it, duplicate it. and there's our sprinting. Drag that wherever you want. I'll put mine right there. So we'll compile this just for purposes, save it just because I'm addicted to saving because I've crashed so many times, and we'll go over here. So first thing is honestly, actually we may not need a branch for all of these, but we'll just do sprinting first because that would probably be the most simple. So we'll get is sprinting, even though I didn't spell that completely right. So if we are sprinting, we're going to want to go over here and select our movement, our character movement. Then we're going to set max, or set walk speed with context off. Set max walk speed. And so what this will do, what this will allow us to do is not get it, set it. And we'll want to duplicate that several times. But either way. So if we're sprinting, then we'll want to set our max walk speed to 600, because that is our current walk speed, but it feels more like sprinting. Then if we're walking, well, actually we'll set it to 1200 because that's our default animation. 1200, and then false will be 600. We will want to actually get a reference to that because we will be using this all the time for these. You'll probably want to center that so that way they can just all drag off from the center. So now we'll want to actually, on our final one, not have a branch, but we'll want to have a compare float, since our walk speed is a float. If it wasn't, we would probably still do that and just convert the float into something else that would allow us, or convert whatever else it would be into this. Either way, our input, we would be comparing our walk speed, yes, our walk speed, get max walk speed, target there, and we'll actually, I believe there are not different walk speeds, so that's actually good to know. But we'll use that later, and I'll show you why. Anyways, then we're going to get character is crouched. Is that our, no, is crouching. Get. That's what it will be. And if true, we'll make it use crouched walk speed. So we'll set our max that walk speed to, yeah, so we want to get this once and then duplicate this over here, and we'll use that. That looks about right. So false, we'll just set our max walk speed to the normal 600. Then, last but not least, we will we will want to double check if we're proned. So we'll add a prone function, but our prone will be Z. So we'll add one more. We'll just call it Z. Get a variable called is proned. And that prone, if you don't already know, is like when you're laying down in an FPS, say like Arma, Battlefield 3, or some other popular FPS that most likely has that ability. It's like pruning. Proning. Then hop back over. Just drag our proned. It's a bit easier for me. I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. And if true, set max walk speed twice once again. Target will always be that, because that's what it's coming from. And, well, set it back to 600 if we're not. And if we are, then we'll cut it down to half of our crouch speed. That should be about right. So now, right now, we don't legitimately have anything that's going to tell us if we're, or any animations for proning, but we'll add those later. I'll be right back. Alright, so, yeah, Unreal crashed, but we're back, and so let's try it out. Once again, the movement speeds. We've got a normal movement speed. That's actually a bit slower than it should be, but I think I know why. Because stuff checked now. Huh. It's very strange. Yeah, it should be walk speed. Should be 600. That would be why. There's our normal walk speed and everything. If we crouch, it slows down. If we shift, it speeds up. But I don't think it's working too well. That's not right. Well, that's definitely working right. Crouching is definitely not working right. Looks like the only thing that's actually proper is prone. Huh. We might want to find out why. let's make one more. Let's make another set of branches. So we'll go to. Let's find W. Okay, it's not already out. Good. So we'll get that. Promote the variable actually, or create one. Is walking. And we should do that. A, S, and D. We'll have that W, A, S, D in that particular order, because that's what everyone calls it by. Excuse me for the burps if you heard that. If you didn't, great. So if any of those are pressed, we are indeed walking. If any of those are released, no. Yes. If it's released, that should work. So now what we're going to do is go and add a branch to all of these. No, I'm not going to add it there, because that's just too much. I'll add a branch here, and we'll say if we're walking, then we'll go do all that. Right? That should work. Save it, because I don't want to crash. Then we'll add a pin here. And we will... no, we're not going to do that right now, because I'm not sure if that will work properly. So I don't want to glitch out the game. So, right, we can't... Good. It's good, good, good. That still is not working. I would like to know why. So, if we are crouching, let's just double check that it is crouching. So, is crouching pressed, right on. Maybe we'll make that, and then we'll make this like, say, 50. Because prone's really slow. And then we'll make that like 2000. Maybe that should work. Save it up. Well, the sprint still isn't working. Crouch still isn't working. Huh. That is mighty strange. Mighty, mighty strange. But that's working just fine. Well, we'll sort those out later, but let's since we have prone, let's just add that animation real quick. Add a variable called proned. Load up our anim graph. Go to our locomotion, and we will create one called add a state called prone. That'll go back and forth as it will for jog and crouch and crouch walk. and reload. I don't think we have a prone reload, do we? Prone fire. Oh, we do have prone reload. It's got even one for shotgun. That's interesting. So we won't. We'll delete. These. Delete that. And delete that. Anyways, we'll drag this off down here, so that way all the markers are clearly visible. Then we'll also want to go over here and make sure that when we prone, we cast to Bro Dude Can Walk, anim instance for a mesh, right on. Want to connect that as well. Stretch that out just a bit, and then set proned. We'll dupe that. Actually, we'll have to dupe this as well. Drag that off. I know it's kind of cramped, but it's not really necessary for it to be non-compact. Alright, and there we go. Then I'll set all of these to true or false, just like we have with all of these. So I guess I'll show you just for example. So we're going, if we're prone to crouch, if not bool, prone. And then I'll copy this and duplicate it on all the others that are going from prone to something else. And then I'll be back once I'm done with all of that. Okay, so now we're done with that, and I did it for the anything else transferring to prone, and we'll add the reload later. But we'll probably want to toggle the prone just like we did our third person. So how we will do this is the same kind of way, except I would like to just try the flip flop. So pressed or released A and B is A. So it alternates between the two inputs. That is great. I think that should work. If it don't, we'll check it out. Well, that definitely is not working, so let's undo what we had and just go back. That's not transitioning at all. We are transitioning to prone properly. No compilation errors. None of that craziness. Huh. Oh. That's what we did. We put that on left shift, not on prone. Maybe the flip-flop will work. We'll just have to see. Huh. That's not transitioning properly. I wonder why the animations don't work. Well, we've still got our massive anti-gravity style of... I don't like that you can shoot in T-pose. Like, it's kind of cool, but like, honestly, that's just like not cool, bruh. Not cool at all. I think our head is still rotating though. I wish I could. Oh no, we are still rotating. But just not properly. Huh, so we'll have to look at why it's doing that. Oh, that would be why. Because we didn't do that. Prone to... Prone idle. I think there are no forwards, but I'll look here in the animation database. Death, just anything laying down with the guy moving forward. Nope, he's not. So that's where we would import our own animations, but I'm too lazy to do that. You guys should know that by now. Let's try this again. That actually looks good. That does not. But hey, you know, that doesn't look natural. His laying down does not look natural. But that is one of those, what you gonna do about it? Oh my gosh, we can jump. That should not be a thing. That should not be a thing. So it is a little glitched. How it doesn't, the tick's not properly working. But that's hilarious. And that's where our custom hitboxes will come in, but we'll do that later. I still need to get around to that because that's not an easy one. But yeah, so that's all for this episode. I really hope you guys liked. If you did, please enjoy. Share my series, please. Share my channel, and you know, just try and get it out there because I don't want all of this to go to waste. I don't feel like it quite has, but if I don't keep getting subscribers, then it definitely will feel like it has gone to waste. I will up my content as much as I can, try and post as much as I can, but I will not post more than 2 a day. I will try to post at least 2 a day, but that is also not always doable. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and stay awesome. Peace.